Hi, this is a little video to give you something to work with for this article that I wrote. Is practicing slowly really the fastest way to learn music? So, yes, that is That's a yes. So practicing slowly really is a faster way to master a piece of music, especially if it has a lot of trickiness to it. And as I said in the article, it's practicing slowly is really an absolutely essential practice tool. If you want to get good at something, be it a technique or a piece of repertoire, you need to do lots of practicing slowly. What I find is that most people have trouble practicing slowly, slowing their music down. They want to play it kind of at tempo. It's just natural. I mean, that's my tendency too. My tendency for most of my life is that my instinct is to play it almost at tempo or even to speed. And that doesn't really help. That ends up giving me practicing in a lot of mistakes, practicing in shakiness, a lot of tension, all kinds of things that can happen when you don't take the time to slow it down. But there are some people who have kind of the opposite tendency, and they are kind of afraid to speed it up or to play really quickly because they've really internalized that idea that they don't want to practice in any mistakes at all. And they want to get it absolutely perfectly right until until everything is perfectly right, and then finally you can play it fast. And that really actually does not work because music is all about flow. That's what music is. It's your experience of flow. It's an expression of flow. It's not an expression of just getting things correct. So if you're spending all your time doing that, um, pull back a little bit and try actually, or pull back is the wrong term. Uh, Let go a little bit and just go for it. So let me just demonstrate. So when you're working on a piece, so this is a piece that I'm trying to kind of memorize in a low key way. La Paloma. I don't actually know who arranged this. I've had this for like 20 years in photocopy. I've actually gone over this this morning, and I did some kind of repetitive, slow practice on parts of it, and a couple of different techniques. Um, so I'll see what happens. I'll see how that went. So this is kind of like my initial little run through, just to see what I learned and what I didn't learn, and let's just see how it goes. So I'm going pretty slowly. If I make a little mistake, I might just go back and see what it was and try to correct it gently. Now here's where it gets kind of tricky for me. That got a lot better from when I first was sight reading it, and it's still not completely up to tempo. But so this part, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna set myself a little rule. I'm gonna play it 2 times so slowly that I can't make a mistake, and then I will speed it up. So that way I'm practicing it more slowly, statistically speaking, 2 times slowly for every 1 time fast. And even the fast probably won't be that fast. So let's just do that. Oops. I was talking, so I got distracted. Let's see. Now it goes back and repeats it with a different fingering. So that's what I would call a section. The temptation is go on to the next thing, but I'm going to clip it and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing with even kind of a closer attention, and I'll notice the places where I got a little bit shaky or was unsure of myself. Just kind of do it again, nice and easy. You don't want to program in tension, so try to let go of tension, breathe in and breathe out, and let go of tension in your back, in your shoulders, in your face, and just play it again. Now I'm going to play it a little faster. Let's just see how it goes. So this is kind of like just pushing it. And I'm sensing into how fast I'm actually ready to play it. Not quite ready to play it at tempo, so I'm just going to push it a little bit. So I lost concentration, and I'm going to do that again, starting at the beginning of that little half section. So you might have noticed that actually it wasn't that much faster. Now, if you want to add a little extra onto this, if you have a little extra time, you can go for a fourth one, in which you really actually do speed it up. So then you would have a formula in which you've got 2 slow and perfect, 1 that speeds it up a little bit, and then you go for another one where you really just go for it. You try to let it flow, and you just kind of see what happens. And ultimately, you always have to do this. You always have to just go for it and see what happens, and then go back and fix. And that's what I'm going to do now. So there you have it. I just have a little formula, and I follow that formula. 2 times slow, 1 time faster. And you can really adjust that formula, but the point is that it's kind of like a microcosm of your whole practice, in that you're going to be spending more time practicing slowly quite often, especially if you're really trying to perfect a piece. You're going to spend more time at the beginning practicing slowly. And so you will, for each little section, it's almost, I hate to use the word fractal. Fractal just means that the smaller version of something is very similar to a larger version of something. So it's similar in that there's more slow focused than there is just going for it. So there's more accuracy practice than there is flow practice. So that is something that you could try. Why don't you try that? Just go through your whole piece and apply a very simple, straightforward formula of as slow as you need to go in order to get it perfectly, to play something perfectly, and just break it into small sections. And then do a certain amount of faster, because you do have to keep pushing it forward so that eventually you get to the tempo that you want.